Happy Earth Day, everyone, and you know what that means. Well, for one, it's a day to celebrate the planet and to take care of it as best you can by recycling, picking up trash, you know, that type of thing. And of course, that stuff is important, but when I was a kid, it meant the Captain Planet all-day marathon. Man, I love this show. Yes, I know, people thought it was stupid, but it had a charm, and I tuned in every Saturday.
I was really influenced growing up by Captain Planet and the Planeteers. I watched every episode, was mildly obsessed.
I don't care if it brainwashed me forever to care about recycling and stuff. At least they had a good reason for it. Wow, that sounds both terrible and great at the same time. But anyways, along with other series of that time, a video game based off it for the NES was inevitable. And I'll be honest, even though I love me some crystal blue red trunks wearing superheroes, the game ain't that great. When I heard there would be a game based off the cartoon that I loved, I thought it'd be more like a side-scrolling beat-em-up. You know, with you choosing the Planeteer of your choice, using their rings to defeat enemies. I mean, that sounds fun, right? But no. Aside from the cutscenes, the Planeteers aren't even in the game. Basically, you could separate the game into two different categories. The flying around part with the Geocruiser and the flying around part with Captain Planet. Kinda weird when you think about it. Throughout this entire thing, you're never not in the air. So at the start of every level, you're flying the Planeteers across an open area, with each one of their powers being interchangeable in the corner of the screen. You know, fire shoots fireballs, earth shoots rocks, you get the idea. But of course, it begs the question, what does heart do? Well, very simple. It lifts elephants. Did you expect it to do anything different? No, actually, heart communicates with animals, mostly so that they can help you defeat enemies. That's cool, I guess. But once you make it to the end of the level, you let your powers combine and summon Captain Planet. And then it just turns into a big maze. But just like the Geocruiser levels, Captain Planet uses the elements to help defeat, the enemies. Or lack thereof. Yeah, I have no idea if someone at the video game company or Turner had a problem with Captain Planet fighting henchmen or not, but all of the enemies are machines, like turrets and stuff. It's really unfulfilling, really. And you would think, well, at least he punches the eco-villains, right? Well, not as much as you would like him to. Look at this battle with Hoggish Greedley. He just gives up when Captain Planet gets close to him. And yes, that's what Captain Planet does when he beats the bad guy. He flexes his man muscles. Well, at least that's kinda keeping with the humor of the show. Alright, so every level you go up against a new villain, right? And Gaia will inform you on who it is. But while every villain you fight one time, for some reason you have to fight Hoggish Greedley twice. Like they felt like they ran out of characters or something. How about putting Sly Sludge as a level boss? He's not even in the game. And while I'm talking about the villains, Hoggish Greedley is unofficially the Planeteer's main bad guy. I mean, it's not like he was the most dangerous or anything. You could say you have Captain Pollution and Zarm for that, but he was in the most episodes compared to the others. Why is he knocked out early on, and one of the lesser seen villains, Duke Nukem, no relation, is the final boss? That's like having a Batman video game where you fight the Joker in the first level, and then the Clock King is the boss of the game. It's just not done. So in conclusion, this game really isn't that great, and most of that comes from the lack of imagination. It's a game that just did the bare minimum instead of pushing forward with creative ideas. With levels that look too similar to each other and music that doesn't match the feel of the show, these tracks are more like what you would hear in a Terminator game rather than a lighthearted cartoon about keeping the environment clean. I love the show, but this game just sucks. I think Captain Planet himself said it best.
You're trash, and this is one time I'm not recycling.